So as you see, it's got full slicks on it now. We're installing a roll bar, also replacing the brakes because he smoked the brakes last time he was out. We do have brake cooling ducts on here, but these were originally based just for a street car. So we're going to be upgrading those to a much larger scoop and larger hose. A couple of other things we're going to do under here. We're going to add some gauges. Probably going to change this intake just to get some more room and make the catch can a little bit easier to access. Huge thank you to everybody purchasing in the store. We've sold out almost all of our black S2000 t-shirts. Thank you so much. We do have more coming. So the scoops are much larger, as you can see, rather than just having the small tube. I think we have a 2-inch tube in there with a little bit of a backing piece. We have a much larger piece that's going to channel the air. Then on the rotor side, we have a formed piece, so it's going to distribute the air more evenly around the rotor rather than pointing in just one spot. This is more track duty stuff, so this should fix our cooling issue on the brakes. What's the verdict?
He did it while she was standing there.
Yeah, I was just waiting. Waiting for me.
See what happens when you go up there? He goes, you know what? I'll jump right on it.
That's right.
So these are the extra S2000 black on black, kind of like what Esther's wearing right now.
Okay.
And then we put in the order for the Integra shirts, right?
Congratulations on getting your shirt together.
That's nice. It's
I
good.
like it.
It's a good slogan in it. I like
really
these
is.
too.
Yeah.
T-shirts, warm and fresh.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I guess we'll update the store. And what did he give us a time frame on the Integra shirts? Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that'll work.
Don't want to make a promise.
No. Well, you know what I'm going to do is put a little picture up of the shirts and put coming soon.
Yeah.
I like the two. It's got the little Florida logo on there too. Florida's not the logo.
Proudly printed.
It's actually the state. Wow, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Imagine being the guy behind him. You're like, okay, I'll pull off and I'll wait while I catch up.
Yeah. What you should notice, the guy behind him, that guy didn't do his. Because you see that car smoke while his isn't smoking anymore.
Okay, so that is a modification we're going to do here. We'll take this apart and show you it. Basically, it has to be drilled. All the rivets have to come out. And then there's a modification we'll do with this for the oil to drain out of this windage tray, basically.
Alright, well, modifying the valve cover so that it doesn't hold oil, you have to remove the baffle plate, which is right here. And there's 17 mounting holes that are fusion welded. Because since you can't weld aluminum and steel together, it's like a piece of aluminum that sticks out of that, and they basically just kind of melt it and push it down like a rivet. So now that those have all been drilled and tapped with M6, that goes in, and you can see here these are extra holes so that when this fills with oil, it's able to drain back out instead of going out your catch can.
So the new Allen bolts are in there. Each one of them is Loctited. We did use red Loctite because it's the last thing you want coming loose inside the engine. So even these, the factory ones, were Loctited. We put red on those too. So we're good to go. We're going to let that sit overnight and put it back together tomorrow just so we know our Loctite is 100% cured before we put oil or heat on it. This is one of our favorite gauges, the AMX series. This is an oil pressure gun in this race car right here. So, quick tip. This is the sensor that is picking up, obviously, pressure and then sending a digital signal to the gauge. You don't want to run these right in the block. They're brass. Plus vibration, they're known for braking. S2000s have a ton of vibration. I mean, these are even known for breaking factory bolts and oil filters coming loose, that kind of thing. This is what you want to use. You're going to go with a braided line. You're going to put the fitted in the motor. You're going to replace the factory sensor or tee it in, but you want to use a steel fitting. Don't use brass in the motor. Then this is a -4 line. It's 9 inches long. The idea is you're going to screw this on here and then remote mount this sensor. This sensor is obviously a little heavier than the factory one, and just the vibration, they're just really susceptible for breaking. So by doing this system right here, you're remote mounting this. This is going to go in the block. This can, I mean, you can even zip tie it to something, but that just takes that vibration away from this. Plus it doesn't damage the sensor itself from vibration. So another issue is over time, it'll damage the element in there. You get wrong pressures. So that's it. That's something to look out for. All done, just came off the dyno, made actually a little bit more power. Few things that we found wrong. Map sensor was giving us a false reading. Also the O2 sensor, I think it's been running race gas, so the O2 sensor wasn't giving us proper feedback, so fixed that, went over the tune, picked up about another 5 horsepower. Didn't show you on camera, but we replaced the hubs and put ARP extended wheel studs in there. I'll show you the old ones. Apparently they're notorious for cracking. We showed you the front brake rotor cracked. Replace that, replace pads, put the cooling duct on there, new intake with the little scoop there, which we showed you how well that works. Actually, it provides quite a bit of air into the engine bay over the filter. Did the hard race bar right here. This thing looks nice, it fits nice. Unfortunately, you can't put the plastics back in. There is somebody that makes a piece to go here. I think Evasive makes it. We're going to recommend it to him. It basically sits here so these switches can go back in. But this one is pretty much done. Oh yeah, don't forget the gauges. So he wanted gauges. These are set, so right now this is flashing. It's telling you the oil pressure is low. You can go ahead and set this at whatever you want. We have it set, I think, at 32. Yeah, the warning is set at 32 on this one. Oil temp, I think we set at 250. Oil temp set at 250, so it's going to start flashing and warning you. Obviously when you're racing, you can't keep your eye on all the gauges. You've got to kind of glance over. And nice thing about these, it's nice and clear. You can see exactly what the oil temp is doing and oil pressure. So as you see, it's below that threshold, so it's flashing. Once it comes up to higher number, it just reads as normal. But that's what's nice, is it gives you a clear warning. Gives you something to actually catch your attention, let you know that it needs to be addressed. So there we go, this one's good. We can call him and he's ready for the track. Coming up, the Burt hatch, we're going to be doing some work on that coming up. We're adding brake ducts to it, just like the S2000, some cooling ducts, of course the stickier tires, and put it back on the dyno, go over the tune again, put some fresh gas in it, make sure everything is happy, because we are taking that to an event April 23rd at the firm, so look out for that. The supercharger pulleys will be ready any day now, I promise. They're this close. Jackson Racing fans, if you want the pulley issues gone, we have the solution. They're going to be here in this close of a time. See you on this video. Don't forget, hit the store, enjoy your cars, and we'll see you in the next video.